everybody, welcome. Olá, sejam bem-vindos. I am so happy to share with you guys that February 1st will be the first day that I will be implementing all the changes to my Patreon page. If you guys are not aware of what Patreon is or what my Patreon page is, it's an easy way for you guys to become my patrons and support my project and the time that I put into developing my content on YouTube. It's also a way for me to show you all my other types of content, other things that I develop. So on my Patreon page, you can access my exclusive content, and I'm adding so many new things that I think will make a really big difference in your learning journey. So of course, and I just wanted to point this out, you don't have to be my student in order to be my patron. My new Patreon tools are going to be a great tool for you guys, especially for people that want extra activities and they want to have feedback on how well they're doing. My Patreon page does not have the goal to be a course. The main goal of it is to give tools to help you succeed, especially things that you usually won't find on a course. I make specific videos, audios, or graphic posts focused on specific topics that I know because I teach on a daily basis. I know what usually students struggle with, and I know what words can be a little bit more challenging. So I really focus on those things. Also my comprehension challenges, which I know a lot of my patrons love. So for tier number 1, it's only $1 a month, or depending on where you are, where you live, it might be a €1, £1. What does it include in this tier? And why do I have something that is so inexpensive? Because I do not want to exclude anyone. I want to walk you through all the things that my $1 tier has. So you have early access to my YouTube videos. All the videos you see on YouTube, I actually share them beforehand with my patrons. Audio files, I'm going to be adding audio files of those YouTube videos so you can download and hear them as a podcast if that's something more convenient for you. I'm also going to add a downloadable file with all the vocabulary, all those sentences I say usually in my YouTube videos. You're going to have access to a file with all of those in writing so you can take notes or follow along as you hear the video. Then we're going to have my exclusive premium content, which includes my comprehension challenges. I try to make these are a huge hit on my Patreon page. I say sentences quickly at a slower rhythm, then with subtitles. It's almost like a game to test how you can understand them. And then I talk about how words blend together and why sometimes you actually know a word, but if it's followed by a word with a vowel, it might sound like something totally different. So I break all those things that can be really challenging for learners. And then I'm also going to share study resources. That's something I always love to share with my patrons. You know, if I see a website that's a great tool, if I find, something that has subtitles that you guys can follow along. So last but not the least, definitely, I'm going to start webinars and I'm going to start my book club so soon. So I'll be talking about that very soon, starting March 1st. I can let you know my book club is going to start. All my patrons have first access to enroll into my book club and all my webinars. When you go to tier 2, which is $5 a month, every single new tier has a more expensive tier includes what the previous has. Okay, so the $5 tier has everything that the $1 tier has, but what else does it have? It has you get to vote on my new videos. I'll give you some topics and you get to vote what my next videos will be about. I'll give you vocabulary lists for you to study and audio files for you to listen and follow along. You'll be part of my Telegram group chat that I will be creating, and where once a month I will be, for an hour or 2 hours, I will be chatting with you guys. And of course, you guys are always welcome to chat among yourselves within the group. And then I'm also creating audio files of daily conversations in Portugal, recording them with a friend in Portugal. And then I'll record them at a slower pace, at a regular pace, and I'll give you transcriptions, translations. So that is also a great thing that usually students really enjoy. And on top of that, you'll also have audios and videos of me focused on Portuguese culture, habits, people, what's different in Portugal. That is for $5. Then the next tier for $10 a month, you have everything I've mentioned until now, plus a Padlet group. Padlet is an amazing tool to learn to interact with a teacher. It lets you record yourself in video, it lets you record audio, it lets you attach links, write. You basically can do anything. So I will be sharing a little bit of that Padlet, so take a look. I wanted to show you guys what you can do with this resource. I would put a link on my Patreon that only people part of these tiers would be able to access. And then you would click on the link and you would access the same screen that I have here. And I just wanted to show different things you can do on Padlet, okay? You can respond to any of these assignments either in writing, with videos, with images. So here, for example, I did a little recording of asking, how was your weekend in Portuguese? You can reply. Also in Portuguese, do a little recording telling me what you guys did, and then I'll give you notes underneath and I'll say, okay, next time try to, the right word is this, you forgot the articles, I'll give you comments. Here I added a little video, a small video that has Portuguese subtitles, and I asked you, would you like to visit this natural park and why? So you can respond saying why you would like to visit, why you wouldn't, give your opinion. Here's some pronunciation tips. So I recorded myself so you could see my mouth and practice, so you could record yourself after. Here, a little reading out loud activity, so a little interview with some kids. You guys can read out loud what these kids say, one of them, and try to practice. They're all in first person, so great to practice with easy vocabulary since it's children answering. Conjugating verbs is also a great way to review, especially irregular verbs, and then we can do different activities. So this is just a small sample. But overall, I just wanted you to see how fun this can be, interactive. So the $10 tier includes, or will include, a classroom Padlet, so you'll be able to see what other people are posting and what they struggle with, while the $20 and the $35 tier will include an exclusive Padlet as well. So you'll be able to use the group one and one specifically for you, where you can share with me what kind of activities you would need help with. So if you're looking for someone to give you assignments and you're like, oh, I wish I could, talk in Portuguese and record myself and have someone correct me. That's where Padlet comes in. I will not only I'll prepare all the assignments. I'll see what you guys do as feedback. If you send me a recording or you write anything, I'll give you feedback on them so you can improve. Lastly, my tier 5 for $35. Not only I would be very grateful for you guys to join and support me with $35, but also what else do I add? So not only all these Padlets, everything I've mentioned, but a Zoom call once a month with me where I will be preparing different things, really fun and engaging things. So it can go from a Q&A, okay, where you send me questions and I'll prepare in advance and we'll go through a Q&A. Then it can be a cultural call where I talk about customs and habits in Portugal, where I might invite a Portuguese friend so you guys can interview my Portuguese friend, ask questions. We can talk about several things. I can do a game one day to review things. So it's really, really a fun. Also, on top of everything, you can also engage with me directly and I'll get to meet you as well. So this is my new Patreon. I'm very excited. I hope you consider joining. And also you can move. So if one month you have more time, let's say you're on tier 1, you want to try tier 2 or tier 3, you can do that for a month if you have more free time and then go back to tier 1. So it's totally flexible. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy it. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Adeus! Fiquem bem!